What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sold Out. And on today's episode, you see what we have. We have the Puma MB.03s and a few things I liked about the sneaker, a few things I didn't. Just off rip, one of the things I did not really care for was the weight. I'm gonna say this is around 14. It's gotta be, might even be over that. 14 and a half. So it's definitely a more heavier sneaker. After all these light shoes that I've been trying and I've been rocking, this almost felt boot-like on my foot. And that's not to trash the shoe, because there's a lot of great things about this sneaker, but one thing I just really didn't care about or care for was definitely the weight. Now jumping right into it, working our way from the top to the bottom. Heel slip-in comfort, basically the same as all the other mellows. Only thing that's a little bit different, this right here, this is a little soft. The TPU isn't till about right down there it starts, so this right here soft, gives you definitely a nice little plush comfort in the back. As far as heel lockdown on the mellows, I have never had an issue with heel lockdown on the mellows. They do a great job on heel lockdown, so for that part of the sneaker is definitely very nice on foot. Down to the laces, they are the oval laces. These feel a little bit cheap, so is what it is. A lot of people don't care about laces. Me, on the other hand, I do. Not really a big fan of round laces, like you guys have heard me say before, but these laces ain't too bad. They're gonna get the job done. I wish they just tone it down just a little bit. I know Mello, as an individual, is like loud, has a loud personality, and I get he wants that to rub off onto his shoe, but like one-of-one, all the crazy tattoo stuff, like we get it. You don't have to splatter it all over this thing. Like, I just think that's pretty wild. I think they got pretty extra with this sneaker. For me, it's not something like I'd pick out and be like, damn, them are fire, like the MB1s. The MB1s I thought were like perfect blend of like gaudy and not gaudy. Like it had a nice like medium for the most part. But this has, you guys could see all over it, the tongue is gonna be mesh. It's not very breathable, and that's probably another negative about this, but we'll get into that in a minute. So for the tongue, it was okay. Felt good on foot, felt great on foot, no issues with that. So for the most part, the tongue was okay. Down onto materials. Materials they're heavy duty. So if you're looking for an outdoor sneaker, this could possibly be it. A lot of people I know are focused on just the traction for outdoor, but the materials as well gotta hold up too. If you're running with the thin mesh or a screen mesh outdoors, it's gonna get you through very quick. I've played outside for a summer. I've burnt through multiple shoes in one summer. So a lot of times it's also the materials, not just the traction. The materials on this, you can see there's almost like a felt-like material all around the sneaker. Now, it's not cheap like the James Harden felt. Like if you guys ever felt the Adidas James Harden felt, it's very cheap. I mean, it almost feels like you could just pull off. Once it gets stained, there's no going back from that. This is definitely high quality, like felt material that they have over top of this. They did a great job on that. You could see underneath that felt is going to be the mesh, and that's one of my other issues with the sneakers. Breathability is really not that good. Obviously, there are these mesh, they have mesh slits all over them, but like it just doesn't let the heat release like if it was ported out good. Like these are very thin, so for the heat to get out, it's not really that easy for the heat to get out of this sneaker. Now, another thing I do like, they have synthetic hits all the way around here. You can see that. So toe draggers, you are going to be very good. Like I said, it's going to be a dope outdoor sneaker, I think, for the most part. We'll get into traction in a moment. But the materials, I think they did a good job as far as making it a beefy sneaker. This sneaker will definitely last you probably a full year, even high school, college level. So if you're looking for a sneaker and you can only get one, you need it to last you the whole season, this probably won't be a bad shoe as long as you don't really mind the heat and the heaviness of the sneaker. Now, working our way into something that I loved, it's going to be the cushion. The cushion is the nitro foam, and it felt very good. Yeah, definitely giving off SpongeBob vibes with all this, like the stars and flowers. Almost looks like something you would see on SpongeBob. I've heard multiple guys say that, and I agree. That's the vibes I get from it, but it feels great on foot. You can feel both the forefoot puck and the rear foot puck. It feels great. Almost feels like air in the forefoot. So they did a good job on that. I think they raised it up just a little bit more instead of like making it flat with the bottom of the sneaker. So I think they did a good job on that. As far as the cushion goes, 2 thumbs up. I enjoyed the nitro foam cushion. Now down onto the traction. Basically did kind of what the Mellow one did. Picks up a lot of dust, but when you wipe it, it's still good traction. If you guys follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you guys can kind of see I posted a video on Instagram and it was a reel. It shows me like a slow motion slip out. That's really the only big slip out that I had in it. Just happened to catch it on film. When I was playing, I didn't really have many slip outs, but I did have to wipe quite frequently. It's definitely a sneaker where you will have to wipe, unfortunately. Me, I do it once in a while when there's like a dead period or a break or whatever, and so I kind of do it then. I don't like to do it in games, especially in pickup games, because you're never stopping. You're not at the free throw line. You know, you're not inbounding. Usually you're checking it up quick and going. You're not shooting free throw, stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, the traction was decent. It's not top tier by any means. So if you're looking for top tier traction, this might not be your model, but this is decent traction. It'll get the job done. Now down to my recommendations about the sneaker. I am going to recommend this 3 through 5 positions. Your small forwards, power forwards, centers, stuff like that. I'm not going to recommend this as a guard shoe unless you're a bigger guard. You're a 6'4" guard. Yeah, maybe this wouldn't be a bad sneaker for you. But if you're a small guard, very quick, very shifty, doing a lot of stutter steps, stuff like that, you might pick up a lot of dust and you might slip out, and that is not the time you want to slip out. You want to be able to perform. You want to be able to get side to side. You want to be able to attack. So for the most part, I'm going to keep this geared towards the bigger guys. It's definitely going to be a solid, stable shoe. So support's there, cushion's there, stability's there. So you'll get the most out of this sneaker if you're big. Like I said, small guys, I'd probably just stay away. There's tons of other sneakers on the market that you could gear your skill set to. As always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next episode of Sold Out. Peace.